All right, she went to a bachelorette party, a group of 8 women. Everyone was fully vaccinated, but 5 of them contracted COVID.
Katie Ketchell is one of them, and she joins us now live. Thanks so much for being here. Glad to hear you're feeling a little bit better now. But walk us through what happened to you.
Yes, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me on. Excited to talk a little bit about a topic I'm quickly becoming pretty passionate about. I went on a 4th of July bachelorette party for my best friend. There were 8 of us total, and 5 out of the 8 of us ended up getting COVID, myself included. All of us are vaccinated. We have a mix of Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. When we came home on Monday, I was feeling like a little bit of a cold symptom, little tickle in the throat, a little bit of a cough, but I actually worked the entire week. I didn't really think much of it because I had taken 4 different at-home antigen tests, and they were all negative. So although some of the other members of the group were getting positive test results, I'm like, I'm fine, this is okay, I'm working, symptoms are completely mild. On Friday, I went in for a PCR test and it was positive. And that was this past Friday. Over the weekend, things got pretty bad. Symptoms were pretty horrible, I'm not gonna lie. I was very sick. I had extreme body sweats, body chills, the worst headache of my entire life, congestion, cold. But I will say that I never once thought, hey, I need to go to the hospital, or like, hey, I feel extremely ill, like I need to call 911 or anything like that. And I'm extremely grateful that I was vaccinated because I think that is the reason why the symptoms didn't get that bad. And you look at stories recently, the young man with the double lung transplant and him wishing that he would have gotten vaccinated. And it makes me very grateful that me nor my friends have gotten symptoms to that point.
So we should also let our audience know that the breakthrough rate in LA County specifically is 0.09% of those fully vaccinated. 0.09% thus far have actually contracted COVID. You're coming to us from LA County, I think, so you are part of that 0.09%. Lucky you, I guess not. We are glad, as Alex said, that you're doing better. Do you know where this came from when you were at that bachelorette party?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's impossible to know exactly where it came from. But once we got home, it was one person after another in our group. We have a text thread coming out with positive results. And it ended up that 5 of us in the group had it and passed it along to 2 significant others as well, which is unfortunate.
And thankfully, your husband doesn't have it yet. So talk to us about the big news of the day. The need for the mask mandate coming back in LA County. What do you think about that?
Yes, it's talk of the town, literally. I mean, I totally understand why people are a bit frustrated and a bit annoyed at it. And honestly, before this experience and me having COVID myself, I was in the same bucket. I thought, I'm vaccinated, my life is pretty much back to normal, I don't need to wear a mask, I'm totally gonna be fine. And now that I've gone through this experience, I think we do need to be cautious, and you can still get COVID even though you're vaccinated. So I do think that it's probably the right thing to do.
Now, at the beginning, you said that this is a topic that you've grown passionate about quickly. So now that you have all of us at your attention, what really is your take-home message?
Yes, I've learned a lot of lessons recently, and willing to share it with anyone who's willing to listen. And I think the biggest thing is if you're vaccinated, life doesn't go back to normal. And my friend group definitely got caught up in, hey, we can live life just like it was pre-COVID. And many of us obviously ended up with COVID. So if you're vaccinated, you still have to be careful. You should still social distance. You should still be cautious if you're visiting family and friends. And another huge thing is that if you don't have symptoms active, the antigen tests are not overly accurate. So if you're feeling unwell, even if it's a slight cold-like or you think you have allergies, please go get a PCR test because it's the most accurate, and you could have COVID. And
finally, also, get vaccinated, right? Because this is a mild case, not fun, but you're fine. You're not in the you're going to be fine. You're not going to the hospital, and you're not dying of COVID.
Absolutely, everyone should get vaccinated.
All right, Katie.
We'll leave it there. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie.
By the way, we love your husband, Daniel, as well, but it's clear after talking to you that he married up.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. And honestly, if my story prevents one person from preventing spreading COVID to another, it's worth sharing. So I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you very much.